Welcome, my friends, to another exciting edition of our Bleepin City. I'm your host, Mikey Two Guns. Today's guest is an absolute force. It's not an understatement to say she's a global superstar. I've been following her for years and years and years, and she's created really an empire of great content, fitness, advice, life advice. I never thought I'd get her on the show, but as I'll get into on the show with Kort, she's here. By some divine intervention, she's made it to the show. So without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome onto the show the one, the only, Kortney, Olson.
I know, right? Like, I think we ran into each other, a year and a half ago?
Maybe like a year ago, and it was, as we were just talking about, like, this segment had to happen because I've consumed your content for 10, 15, 20, it feels like forever. And it was just recently that you'll always give these inspirational talks, like real talks, like fucking real talks in your face. And it was something that I just found myself talking back to the screen and being like, yes, agreed, you know? And it was something that I wanted a back and forth with, and I couldn't have it. And I told myself, I was like, if I ever get the chance, which probably will be never happen, probably have just as good of a chance of hitting the Powerball, to have you on the show, I'm getting you on the show. And the craziest thing happened you just happened to be in Boston. I've never seen any of your content, any of your stories, anything happen in Boston, but you happen to be in Boston. I didn't even know you're in Boston. I was, schlepping around the casino looking like Joe Schmo who just rolled out of bed. Here I am down at the little convenience store, and look, and like I had to check to see if someone spiked my drink because I was like, am I seeing things? Is this Kortney? And you crossed my path, and I was like, that's Kort. I was like, I'm saying something. So, I'm so glad I did too. It's so great to finally have you on the show. Finally get to talk to you and hear your story in person. I know a lot about your past, but I can't wait to hear it straight from you. And first of all, how was your time in Boston, by the way?
It was short-lived. I don't think I left the suite at the casino, but one of these days, the only time I should say that I was in Boston and actually went out and looked around, I don't really remember because I don't think I'd gotten clean yet. So everything was just spacey. It was very functional, it was just taking pain pills, but
that's the addict brain minimizing.
Yeah. So I need to have a proper day out without any interference, if you will.
Well, you have an open invitation anytime. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, but you and your people are great. I love people from Boston are awesome. What I want to say briefly is give you a shout out in front of your listeners because you had just the right amount of tenacity. You weren't tracking me down every single week because I've been in sales. I had a sales career before becoming an entrepreneur. And, it's a fine line you walk between people being busy and knowing just the right amount of push to give. And you never gave up. And, I travel or I was traveling all the time for work. So you're a hustler, and it's very much, it's a beautiful skill to have when you can be resilient despite not feeling like you're getting ahead. You know what I'm saying? You didn't.
Right.
Now, here we are a year and a half later having a chat. So to anybody listening, may you have Mikey be a role model in that. You just don't quit. Just keep showing up and something will shift. It still took me another 8 years before I surrendered. I was like, okay, I'm not just acting like a 20-year-old. You don't wreck 5 Hondas. You know what I mean? You earn your seat here, you crazy bitch. And
you almost had a good little promo for Hondas because you wrecked 5 of them and you kept coming back to Honda each time. That's impressive right there. When it's all said and done, how do you want people to remember you?
That's such a good question. An advocate for personal empowerment, I guess. That's a weak answer. And I don't think anybody's ever asked me that, at least not in the last 10 years. You know, I feel like personal empowerment does strike because there's so many people that stay in the victim mentality. And I want to be, I mean, and this is where I'm at right now, dog, is like being a person that helps people step outside of the system. I don't know how that's going to happen, you know, because all my content is around like personal empowerment and fitness and, you know, life skills and authenticity and all this kind of stuff. But the reality is like people, we got to understand that like this whole illusion of them versus us, you know, left versus right, Republican versus Democrat, liberal versus labor, whatever fucking country you're in, you know, that it is not. It's about the 1% versus the 99%. You got to question everything and be like, okay, well, who benefits?
Absolutely.
You know, this illusion of separate lives as humans is just is got to go. But I'm not prepared to be an expert in that area. It's I just don't know. That's a really good question, though. I'm gonna have to go and sit with that. So thank you for scratching your brain today. Once again, props.
I had to really, like, it was almost like throwing a pen on the dartboard because I had a gazillion questions to ask you, but I know I only choose a few, and I was like, let me see how the interview, what direction it takes, and I'll see if I can, you know, pin a few of them. So I'm glad I got a few of them in.
Yeah, brilliant.
I just want to thank you so much for sharing so much about yourself candidly, your journey from addiction to recovery, insecurity to self-ownership. It's exactly the kind of vibe that resonated with me and has made me such a fan. You prove that no matter where you start, what foundation you came from, you can build something powerful if you're willing to have that confidence in yourself and put in the work. So I truly appreciate your time today. It's been such an honor. I wish I could have 2 more, 3 more hours, 10 more hours with you. But this, I'll gladly settle for this because I never even thought I'd get this time. So Kortney, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you, my friend.